company behind the popular weed killer Roundup, is again asking the U.S. Supreme Court to block lawsuits claiming it failed to warn users about cancer. Bayer's been hit with a wave of legal claims seeking billions of dollars in damages. Just last month, the company had to pay more than $2 billion to a man who said Roundup led to his illness. But Bayer says that it can't be sued because the EPA hasn't had a link to cancer and does not require an additional warning label. But not every health agency agrees. The World Health Organization's cancer research arm found glyphosate, the herbicide used in Roundup, was, quote, probably carcinogenic. For more, I'm joined now by Jess Christiansen. She's the head of crop science communication at Bayer Company, and they are the ones behind Roundup Weed Killer. Jess, good morning. Thank you so much for coming on the program to clear everything up today.
Thank you for having me.
So let's go ahead and show this information that we have from the World Health Organization's IARC. They've classified glyphosate, the chemical used in your product, Roundup, as probably carcinogenic to humans. This was based on limited evidence of cancer in humans and sufficient evidence of cancer in experimental animals. Is Bayer considering changing the formulation? I think this research came out close to a decade ago.
Yeah, and this is a great question, and I'm glad to come on and talk about it. So IARC is the International Agency in the Research of Cancer, as you stated. They're affiliated with the WHO, but they are not a regulatory body. They have no authority, and they're one of 4 affiliations of WHO. They're the only one of the 4 that have found any sort of classification of glyphosate in Roundup with any potential link to cancer.
Right, and you say that they have no authority, but the World Health Organization seems to trust them. I know the EPA has different research that they've trusted, but there have now been more than 180,000 lawsuits, 180,000, and they're totaling more than $12 billion. So why is Bayer being forced to pay this money if the chemical is safe and not causing cancer?
Yeah, I think that's good context to set. So first of all, the WHO IARC subcommittee, it's not a regulatory authority. They don't even do any of their own studies. So the EPA and several other leading global regulatory authorities around the world who do actually look at data require us to conduct very specific studies. They are the ones that control what we can say on the label, and that's the law. Those are nobody else in the world, as far as leading regulatory authorities, have found any linkage to cancer. It's important to understand that IARC classifies probable risk. It's very hazard-based. It's a very strange system. For example, let me give you a really good.
Well, it sounds like you're discrediting them, but I mean, it sounds like judges and juries have believed that, or you guys have decided to settle because maybe perhaps you felt like the case wasn't strong enough.
I'll get there. I'll get there to the cases too.
Okay, so we've got a short interview. We just have a couple of minutes. So we're going to show on our screen just how much this glyphosate is being used in agricultural crop treatments. We've got a graphic we can show from 1992 and how it's just exploded in use to 2019. This is a chemical that has been in the crosshairs of our new HHS Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Here's what he said on Joe Rogan. Take a listen.
There's many, many diseases that are linked to glyphosate exposure, including non-alcoholic fatty liver cancers are very, very closely linked, a lot of kidney diseases, and then severe damage to the microbiome.
Also interviewed our Agriculture Secretary, Brooke Rollins, this week here on News Nation. Here's what she had to say when I asked if she would commit to doing more research, because there are discrepancies, but there are growing cancer cases in this country. Listen.
There's no doubt that the research needs to happen. Those conversations are ongoing, fully recognizing that the more research we can do, the better when it comes to the health of our country and the chronic disease that has hit our population in the last few years.
Experts have told me that it is so hard to avoid glyphosate. It's so widespread that it's not just something that we're finding in ultra-processed foods. We're finding it in soil and in rainwater, and it's very difficult to stay away from for the average consumer, not to mention the farmers that are exposed to this a whole lot more because they use it so frequently. So will you commit to doing even more research as well? I know it's expensive.
It's not about expense, Anna, and I think I'm going to leave you with three key things. One, Roundup nor glyphosate cause cancer. There is 50 years worth of data and evidence that we re-review constantly as part of the regulatory process. It's heartbreaking to have a cancer diagnosis. We all acknowledge that. And it's normal to look for answers when you're faced with this devastating diagnosis. But in the case of glyphosate nor the uses of Roundup, that's not the answer.
So
It
I
does
don't
not
hear a
cause
yes or
cancer.
no. Will you commit to doing more research?
We constantly do more research per the registration process. There's a renewal process that happens on a frequent basis. And last comment I'll make is that this legislation that we're supporting is not blanket immunity. There's still ability to have a day in court. It's about ensuring access to critical tools that farmers need to produce in a sustainable manner the food we need to keep prices low at the grocery store.